So we are here today with Dr. Chris Dutton. Chris works for Dairy One's Integrated Farming Solutions team as a technology specialist. And in that role, he works with a number of different farms to consult with them on the role that technology and data can play in their business. And he also provides support for a number of our different products, such as FeedWatch, Dairy Comp, activity monitoring. So Chris is a huge asset to our team. And prior to Dairy One, he spent some years at Vermont Technical College teaching a number of different dairy courses. And he also worked as a practicing veterinarian and managed his own farm. So thank you so much for being with us today, Chris.
Thanks, Molly. It's a pleasure.
All right, so today we are talking all things milk pregnancy. So as someone who practiced veterinary medicine, can you talk to us about the benefits of milk pregnancy testing versus having a vet come and do pregnancy checks?
Well, when the vet comes, you're actually purchasing quite a lot. It's first of all, it's an expensive education. It's a big truck with tools. It's travel. And if you think about it, most practicing veterinarians are traveling at least a third to half of their time. So you're actually paying for double the time of the veterinarian when they visit. And you have to be ready on their schedule. You have to work on their schedule. You have to adjust your dairy to their schedule, and the cows have to adjust themselves to the veterinarian schedule. Yes, you get a lot of great advice and great things, and I strongly recommend that you don't give that up completely. But milk pregnancy testing allows you to take the tests on your own schedule, and depending on how you're determining pregnancy, we can even do it early, as low as 28 days with milk and blood pregnancy. You can get a result quickly, turn around that cow, capture her and heat, or know that she's open, mark her and capture and heat much quicker potentially with milk pregnancy testing. And I always used to say when I managed the farm, if we can get 2 or 3 things done at once, we're far better off, and we're usually better at all 3 things. So if we're testing milk and the sample's already getting in a box and traveling to our lab, it really is almost no extra effort to get the pregnancy test done, and that has a pretty good advantage. If you use our mail-in boxes, basically, again, you're milking the cow all the time, so it's pretty easy to get a milk sample during milking, because that's something you do 2 to 3 times a day automatically, and you can get the results in a more timely fashion. Other cool thing is that we'll send those results directly into your computer software program if you have Dairy Comp, which means that you don't even have to worry about miskeying information. All you have to do is review it when the letter comes in to make sure it got into your computer correctly, and boom, done. And as I've learned in this data business, there's a significant potential for error in data entry. So again, you eliminate data entry. Our machine works all day, all night, so that's a little bit more cost effective. It doesn't have to travel to you. You're sending samples at a time at your own convenience. You're catching up cows at your own convenience. You're not using outside help to help you catch those cows. So things can happen much more naturally on your farm.
Thanks, Chris. That's awesome. And any messages that go to datadriven@dairyone.com will go to people at the organization, such as Chris and other experts in the DHI and records field, that can help you really dial in on what your records mean and how you should be using those to better manage your farm. So thanks so much, Chris.
My pleasure.